Welcome back, guys. It's me. Don't worry, I'm not here to hurt any kind of puppies. You guys know how I feel about Lou. I am here today to show you how to become the fierce, feisty, crazy Cruella De Vil. So first things first, we are going to, normally I start with my face, but this time we are going to start with brows. The thing about this is Cruella De Vil's brows are super intense. So my eyebrows don't go up that high, but I can make them look like that. And the way I'm gonna do that is by applying glue to them. So I'm gonna take this glue stick and yes, I'm gonna wipe it on my brows. So first you just wanna take the stick as it is and just swipe it along your brows. Nice and flat. It feels super weird. This doesn't feel right, but trust me, it works. Next, I'm gonna take a spoon and kind of clean up any edges. It already feels super sticky. Smooth it with the smooth side. This is what your brow will start to look like, nice and flat. Okay, and then from there, I'm gonna take this edge of the spoon and I'm going to dig out a chunk, and I'm just gonna really lather it on my brows. You can use your finger too. You just want to get a good amount on the brows. I'm doing this because I need to cover my brows. Mine are gonna go away and we're gonna make fake ones, like Cruella's. Taking a little bit more. You want to make sure that while you're doing this look, you always have a makeup wipe on hand. That way you can wipe off any stickiness that may get on your fingers from applying the glue, or any makeup you'll see we use a lot and it can get messy. Okay, so now that the glue is applied, we have to let it dry. You want to clean off any excess that's on the skin, like right here, because that will show through your makeup later if you don't get it. I'm using this to scrape it off. This is Pimple Popper. Okay, and then from there you want to put on a translucent powder. I'm going to be using this one by Too Faced. It's the Peach Perfect. And I'm applying with this Tarte brush. And you want to go in a dabbing motion so that you're not pulling the brows back up. Okay, so as you can see, I'm starting to look crazy. Good thing this is for a Halloween look, but my brows are still noticeable because I have really dark brows. So the next step we want to do is cover them. So to do that, I'm going to be using an orange shadow because that color is easier to cover with concealer. I'm going to be using my Subculture palette, and I'm going in with the color New Wave and Edge. Okay, going in with the same brush, I'm dipping it in the New Wave, just dabbing it all over the brow. Okay, now that I look like a crazy person, let's cover the eyebrow. I'm going to be going in with my Tarte concealer. And again, you just want to continue with the dabbing motion. After that, I'm going to take my beauty blender. Okay, now that our eyebrows are looking crazy and non-existent, we are going to apply our foundation. The foundation I'm going to be using is just my regular Fit Me Matte. This is darker than what Cruella De Vil usually looks like, but it's okay. You can start with whatever you want because you will lighten up as time goes with the contouring we'll do later. Okay, now that we are looking crazy and our eyebrows are basically gone, we are going to draw our Cruella eyebrows. To do that, I'm using this Makeup Forever Artist Liner. And I'm going to start by just kind of winging it and tracing how I want the brows to be. You want to start lower than your normal eyebrow. And just draw a really intense arch. Now we go and match it on the other side. Okay, once you have them traced, you can see they're a little uneven, so that's where we fill in to make them match. And this might take a little bit of time. Okay, now from there we are going to start building Cruella's eyeshadow. I feel like my eyelid's already pretty primed from foundation, and I don't want to put too much primer over the glue and make it look even more tacky, so I'm just going to start with straight shadow. The color I'm going to start with first is going to be from my Shade and Light Eye palette by Kat Von D. Fluffy brush. And I'm going in with the lightest color in the palette. And this one is called Paleo? I don't know. And what you want to do is you want to highlight Cruella's brow. Okay, now that the brow is highlighted, we'll blend it later, but now we're going to move on to a darker color, and using that same palette, I'm going to go in with these two colors. One is called Latinus and Citri. I don't know, it's the first two brown shades in the palette. And the way I like to think about this look is I like to think, because you could still see my brow a little bit, but I like to consider that Cruella's crease. So that's where I'm going to start with the darker shades. just right under it. Cruella has really round eyes, so you want to make sure that you're going in more of a rainbow shape as to compared to an almond shape. This is hard for me because I have almond shaped eyes for the most part, so I'm used to doing almond shape, but gotta switch things up. From there, I'm going to go with an even darker shade, and that is this gray color in the Shade and Eye palette, or Shade and Light Eye palette. Switching up my brush. Just making it a little more smoky right here, and really it's just in the corners, trying to give it that rounded effect. Going back in with a lighter color on my fluffy brush, I want to just kind of blend where the two colors meet. Okay, now let's go in with the green. For the green color, I'm using the Urban Decay Electric palette, and I'm going to be mixing this color and this color. And I actually think I'm going to switch from using that brush to just using my... Okay, we're going to stop right there for now, and we are now going to build her eyeliner. Like I said, her eye is more round, so you... Okay, and from here, we are going to blend the eyeshadow a little more. You want to make sure you're getting to the inner corner of the fake eyebrow, not your eyebrow. Otherwise, it'll look a little unfinished. Okay, now that your eye is a little more blended in and the green is added, we want to start with contouring her face before we add even more shadow, like to the under eyes and everything. So, going in with my Tarte again. You want to really add a lot because you want she has really high cheekbones, so you want to look very white on this part. Okay, and now that we're nice and white under the eyes, we'll start chiseling. To do that, I'm going to be using the darkest color in the Shade and Light Contour Kit by Kat Von D. And I want the contour to be super sharp, so I'm using a fan brush at first. Then going in with an angled brush, I'm going to start contouring even more. You want to kind of round the underside of your cheekbone rather than going just straight, because if you look at hers look rounded, and that's what brings even more intensity to it. Now I'm taking it down to my chin, my jawline. And I'm going to go back to my concealer and highlight this part. I'm going to go in with a small brush to really just intensify this contour. Okay, now I've added more concealer so I can match the rest of my face a little more. And the nose is a very important part when it comes to the contour, because hers is super sharp and pointy. For the nose contour, I'm going to be using a dark gray, and again from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette. And I made kind of a triangle at the end of my nose because that's going to give it the flipped up effect even more so. And a big part that sets Cruella De Vil apart is her nostrils. So to achieve her nostrils, I'm going to be using my Artist eyeliner again, if I can find it. I've been throwing everything everywhere. Oh, found it. Okay. So going back to this, and you want to draw your nostrils bigger than they are, or more pointy, I guess, than they are. So see the difference? I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow and I want to wear this costume there so bad, but I don't know if I'm allowed to. Am I too grown? No? Nope, didn't think so. Okay, now that we've blended in our look a little bit, let's go back to the eyeshadow. Just darken it up a bit. And let's add lashes. Okay, so now that I have applied my eyelashes, we are almost through. Okay, so now that the eyelashes are on, let's move on to her long, skinny lip. Okay, to get Cruella's long, skinny lips, you have to overline your actual lips, and not in the Kylie Jenner way, in the Cruella this way. And you want to make the top of your lip super sharp. So you want to draw in kind of like just a long pyramid, triangle, whatever it's called. Then you go in with, of course, red lipstick. I'm using this really old favorite of mine. It's by Jane Iredale. It's all worn off, but I love it. Coming along. Okay, and the last thing that I need to do is I just want to chisel my jawline a little more because she's very sharp, very intense. So going back to my angled brow, and instead of using the darkest brown from the contour kit, I'm going to actually be using this little dark gray color from the eyeshadow kit. And I'm also going to do more of a straight line right now since we already did the curve. And I think we are good to go. Now I just got to get my hair on. Wish me luck. To see the full completed look, head to my Instagram, like the picture, comment, and tell me what you think. And we are done. Obviously, I'm not completely ready yet. I still have to put a wig on and my outfit and get some sort of fake sig, or whatever that is she has, sig. And I have to turn Louis into a Dalmatian, hopefully, if I can find something. If not, it'll be me. But to go see the fully completed look, outfit, hair, and all, go to my Instagram, like and comment letting me know that you watched the tutorial, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching me cover my eyebrows, look like a crazy person for you, and, you know, make my nostrils a little pointier and having some Halloween fun. I hope this inspires you to go out and do something fun. Have fun with it. You don't have to go buy a costume. Everything I have, I already own. So have fun with your makeup. There's tons of tutorials. Be Cruella De Vil with me. Throw on a black dress and a furry coat, even if it's not light. You could be your own version of her. Add some fun heels and a fake sig. And let's go trick-or-treating.